What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning to everybody out there watching this thing. How are you doing? What's going on? It is Thursday morning. My hair's looking like I didn't spend any time on it, folks. Look, this whole thing, like I'm getting ready for the prom at 5 a.m. every day in the week, is for the birds. The birds aren't even out yet, folks. The birds are not even out. I am taking my first sips of coffee as we speak. Coinbase, I believe, just announced something interesting. They're building their own layer 2 on Ethereum with an assist from Optimism. I suspected something like that. I didn't know they were going to announce it this early because it would have made me look good because I was going to take you guys all all the way through this. The guys in the chat on Twitter, I mean, they noticed that I was onto something there, I think, because I mentioned it earlier. So, what's going on, everybody? Oh my God, it's Thursday. I've done this 4 days in a row. So, all of you that were doubting me, I'm just kidding. None of you were. Who's active right now? Is there anybody in the chat? There we go. No, nobody's watching that, Dennis. Nobody. Is it good though? Oh, he shows away. What's up, John? How you doing? Okay. Okay. Nobody's gonna watch me. But John's on Binance right now. Oh man. Hey guys, who cares? He's saying all the right things. You know what John's saying. He's on all the things. He's on all the things. You only get me 5 days a week every morning. Cool. So we are watching John Woods on Binance. I know, Ryan. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that in the comments. Well, that's too bad. What should I just put that on? Did it just start, by the way? It's good. It's good. Binance is seems to be coming around on Algo, USDC. But we'll see. Let's see. I'm watching you. Oh yeah, you can watch me both. Okay, thank you. What's his name? What was I gonna say? Oh, here. So what's new here, guys? What's new here? What are we thinking about? I think today, on top of that Coinbase news. Now I'll stay here and watch that later. They're like 30 minutes in. Okay, good. So they're almost done. They're almost done. So like I said, that Coinbase news, we'll go look at that. Well, I just saw like a quick tweet about it, so I'm not exactly sure of it. But Coinbase Layer 2 giving institutional investors easy access, secure access into DeFi is very bullish for DeFi. My instinct to buy Optimism recently and not doing it is not aging well. That's not aging well, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I see that to be pretty bullish. I don't necessarily know how that, and I haven't looked into this at all, guys, but I'm not necessarily sure how like gating access to a DeFi, like, is that a good precedent to set in the US? Are we going to only have access to? I mean, I guess that's not the way it works, but we're going to definitely have Coinbase is going to have some KYC process in order to access this layer 2, right? I don't know. I'm not really sure how that will work. We all have you a bit louder than John Woods. Zach, I love you, not just because you have the same name as my kid. I think it was who was it on Twitter just now? I'm going to look real quick on my phone. It was Robbie.algo, a fellow dragon. He tweeted today that he was excited to watch me. Is Robbie in here? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All you have is now. That's true. That's a good way to go about it, man. You just have, all you really do is have. Oh boy. All you do is have now. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'm good at talking. That's why I put this camera in front of my face and talk to you every day. But yeah, Robbie said he was excited to come, looking forward to watching the show, and that his kids start a regional basketball tournament this week. And that's exciting for me. My 8-year-old son is singularly focused on basketball, and he's on an AAU team as well, Robbie. So we have that in common. Token Jokin, what's up, man? Token Jokin is trying to help out. He sent me some headlines, and I should actually open that up. It's early, Token Jokin, and I had to take a shower. What would it be like a crime? What are you seeing these edges of the border? Like, what's happening here? Would it be a crime if I just wore a sweatshirt and put a hat backwards so this was easier? All right, guys, let's look at the market. We had an interesting event happen with Bitcoin this morning. So let's look at it. So Bitcoin is at 24. It's all the way back, man. Bitcoin, look, God, they're going to trick me into. Oh no, okay, I had to refresh. It's at 24,000, but still, it is making its way back. But it went. So what happened is So we okay. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Let's look at share my screen. Let's go to Coin Market Cap. Share. Go to Restream. Boom. So what happened here, right here, folks, is Binance Australia. This is Binance. This, I think, mainly has to do with Binance Australia having to liquidate all of their derivatives. Apparently, they it's a accredited investor situation. If you want to you want to invest in derivatives, and I think they're trying to, I guess, wash out all the retail that is snuck in to that. So they liquidated it all. There's been a lot of interesting things. What's the other example? Because like this, who benefits from this? And yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday though, but BUSD also lost its peg for like no time, and it went down. It like flashed down to 20 cents. And you and I can't have like limit orders outside a very tight range on BUSD. So it's not like you can be like, oh, if BUSD ever collapsed to 30 cents, maybe I'll just have a standing limit order at 50 cents for BUSD. We can't do that. And so there was some speculation online that I saw that, the people that make money when that happens are the people that actually can arbitrage that. And that would be Binance. So, John, why don't you ask Binance about that? Just kidding. But yeah, so it went down, and then people were like, let's go. This is our moment. We want 25. Give us 25. And look, it's climbing. It's climbing back up. It's taking that thing. So Bitcoin is pushing hard, folks. It's pushing hard. All right, let's go. Let's not look at just Bitcoin here, and let's just kind of look at the markets. We have today, like I said, we have GDP. I don't know if those have come out. We'll check CNBC in a second. And we have unemployment. Let's cross our fingers that more people lost their jobs, folks, to pump our bags. Let's see. We just want all those people to get fired to pump our bags, right? It's a cold world. We're all part of it. Okay. So, not seeing anything all that exciting. We're sort of sideways, doesn't really know what to do. Litecoin is sitting at 95. Chainlink, I guess, okay, we should be looking at this Coinbase stuff because I thought Chainlink was going to be involved in that. Near 250, it's been sitting there. This 8-cent Hedera has been like that for a while. 27 cents. It's about what algo has been. This is all fine. The market is just staying the same. The NASDAQ was taking, last I looked, was taking back a lot of gains. Let's go back here. You guys still here? All right. So most of you are, yo, Coop, what's up, Mr. Woody? AAU versus what we're doing. Exactly, man. What's up, Chris? Good morning to you. Let's stop sharing this and get back to this. And let's talk about something else, right? So let's look at Coinbase. Let's see what Coinbase is offering us here. What do you got, Coinbase? What do you got? Am I going to hawk a loogie in my plant today? That was disgusting. I never did that. If you didn't watch yesterday, I actually did not do that, but I joked about it. Okay, so let's go to Coinbase. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. Share. View tab. Let's make sure that you guys are seeing this. All right, cool. Let's go back here. All right. All right, Coinbase. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Okay, we're excited to announce Build on Base. Base is an Ethereum layer 2 that offers a secure, low cost, developer friendly way for anyone, anywhere to build decentralized apps. Our goal with Base is to make on chain the next online and onboard 1 billion users into cryptocurrency. A secure, open source layer 2 that empowers developers to build for the next billion users. I mean, this isn't a bad move. I'll like it. There you go. Here, I'll even retweet it. How about that? Look at that live tweeting. uh, what else you got? Important. Base is not a token. That's important. I know people were speculating on it being a token. I was like, really? That would be that could their timing couldn't be any worse. But maybe I need to keep reading, and there is a token. But I mean, I was like, a token doesn't seem likely. I don't think that they're trying to poke the SEC like that. So it's important. It's important, Gary, that Base is not a token. We do not plan to issue a new network. Okay, so all I had to do was take it to the next sentence. We do not plan to issue a new network token for Base, and we'll use ETH as a native gas token. Oh, bullish. Bullish for ETH, man. But how's that even going to work? Oh, man. You guys feel FOMO right now? Are you guys feeling FOMO? To learn more about Base, follow Build on Base and read more. Base will be the on-chain home for Coinbase. An open ecosystem where anyone, anywhere can build dApps that reach the next 1 billion users, a bridge that brings our users on-chain and enables them to go anywhere, including layer 1, other layer 2s, and ecosystems like Bitcoin and Solana. Dicks. Okay. Oh, so Base is its own thing. Let's go to Base. Oh, man. Build on Base. All right, fine. A new Ethereum layer 2 incubated by all Base or belong to you. Hello world, meet Base. On next online. Okay, we were just reading you. I guess this is the same thread. Base is Coinbase's contribution to the core infrastructure of the crypto economy, a commitment to scale Ethereum, the commitment to scale Ethereum, a commitment to scale Ethereum and unlock the next wave of growth and adoption. That USDCA on Coinbase seems a little further away, doesn't it, folks? Base is decentralizing. Okay. Decentralization enables a crypto economy to remain open and accessible to everyone. To accelerate our decentralization, we're building Base on the open source OP stack to create an interoperable superchain with optimism. Yeah, so I was right about that. So I'm gonna have to read that today, and maybe I'll talk. I mean, we'll talk more about this when I have time to actually go through the details. Base is for everyone. Yeah, I mean, how many is it? Just like who's running these nodes, and how is this even working? Like, how is Base decentralized? Base is just beginning, and we want you to be part of it. If you want to learn more, please join us. Become a part of Base history. Mint Base introduced a commemorative NFT that celebrates the initial launch of Base, one per address, freely mintable on our Zora through Sunday at midnight. Well, I guess we'll all be minting that thing, won't we? If it's free. Join us and build on Base. All right. What do you guys think? Let's look at the comments. I want to hear what you guys think. Does anybody have any OP? Go burr for sure. Is Base just similar to BNB? I mean, that's what it feels like, right? You talk about Base yet? Yeah, I guess you figured out that I am. I was talking about it before, Chris. What do you think? I can't believe they didn't mention Voy. I know, what the fuck are they gonna bridge to Voy, Chris? 10x. Oh, I'm still sharing my screen. Let's see. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? ReCoop. Go also over the vestige. We need to promote Algorand projects with high TVL. That's right. Sorry. I keep on not going to vestige. Let's see. Let's see how the Algorand ecosystem is doing right now. Let's see how that is going right now. There you are, vestige. Yeah, 2718. No, that Coinbase thing is not pumping algo. Oh man. Okay, let's not share that screen anymore, and I'm going to share the screen, and we're going to look at vestige. What do you guys like right now? What do you guys like in ASAs? I'm going to share that. All right, so Algo sitting there at 27 cents. Oh man, everybody's favorite token, AI Inu, down 16%, while everything else is doing. Cometa's up 40%. What did they say? They have kind of disappeared, but I mean, what's happening there? I'm not up on that. See, there's going to be some issues here. Yeah, look at us. DFly leading the way with TVL over a million, market cap over 3. Let's look at market cap. Who's got the biggest one? Okay, well, what the hell is that? Okay, let's not look at market cap. I'm totally wrong. TVL, yeah, a million chips, a million cosmic gold, 750,000. Opulus holding strong at 22 cents. That never took its way back down. Bank, man. I mean, at some point, how is this ever going to go up? Because it's just bank going out and people swapping it to algo and doing it again. So how does that become sustainable, or how does that ever pump? Right? I know a lot of you are really into bank. I'm using bank. I think I revealed that yesterday in the show about how how I like to keep some of my cash, but yeah. Algo Gems. How are they doing? I haven't really checked in with Algo Gems lately. It seems like EXA came through and kind of stole some of the Algo Gems thunder, but their token is still, it's okay. There's Vestige, Chris Swenner's favorite project. Headline is at a couple of cents. I remember that when that was a lot more. Wasn't Headline over $1 at some point? Yeah, I mean, these are our ASAs, folks. I mean, which ASAs do you really like? Here we go. Akita. How's Akita doing? I'm excited for their next gen NFTs. Did everybody get an Algorilla yesterday? I did. I got a red one. I love it. And I also I bought into Knights on Algorand. I just like the fact that they have a game coming where you can earn actually physically backed gold. I think that's fun. So I'm going to give them a try. Here's my buddy Bank on Algorand's token, DeFi Knight. Which is always pretty solid. And that's it. And for some reason, in 24 hours, there's a massive incline in Cometa to 31 cents. Interesting. Probably shouldn't have swapped out of that. All right, who cares? All right, there we go. Vestige, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you. I hope the foundation gives you some money. All right. So let's get out of there. Let's put my face a little. How's AMA land? I'm conflicted. There's a John Woods AMA going on at the same time as this. I know it's hard, guys. It's hard. It's 6:23. Just stay here. You just stay here. Oh, these are old anyways. You probably already left. ETH gonna go to 50,000. Vest dead. Harem boys. Vestige. I keep on doing that. Sorry. Oh no, Vestige. No longer. Oh yeah, there was a whole thing about Vestige. Pact is working on including museum NFTs. Oh, that seems cool. Pact is also introducing farms, so I think that's cool too. So I saw that there's an active farm, but they're pretty only put a little bit of money in this farm for Go ETH and Algo. So there would probably been some impermanent loss with ETH pumping. I don't even know is ETH pumping on this news? I mean, you would think so. I mean, how is it not? Let's look. I'm here, Coop. There you are. Thank you, John. You don't care what John's saying on Binance, Chris. Who cares? I'm happy you brought up Meld Gold and the tokenized gold too. Australia seems to kill it in crypto lately, for sure, and especially their Binance platform that just killed all their derivatives. What is that? Yes, John. What did you say? What did I say that you said yes? I don't know what he said. What was I going to say? Australia, what's the ETH news? Well, ETH is going to be the gas for Coinbase's, ETH pump. ETH is going to be the gas for Coinbase's layer 2. ETH pump. Oh, yes, ETH pump. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, got it. Oh, folks, look, it's for some reason, it's not getting easier to wake up, but it is getting easier to sit here. And I feel like I've sufficiently lowered your expectations. for this week. I'm practicing, folks. I'm kind of just seeing how this is going to take shape, and more structure is going to be entering this show. But I like to just kind of mess around. Hey, what's up, Holler? All right, let's look. I want to actually see the ETH pump. I want to see it for myself. So we'll stop sharing this. Let's go back to let's just go to CoinDesk, because let's see what the news, if there's any other news. So I'm going to share screen. CoinDesk, share. Yeah. Go back to Restream. Do this. Sweet. All right, cool. All right, CoinDesk, what do you got, buddy? What you got? I mean, yeah, it's up 2%. That's where it was earlier this week. So it's not like, it's certainly outperforming what Bitcoin is doing. But yeah, it's up. It's up like 70, $80. But let's look at I'm interested. What time is it? Okay, we have 3 minutes until the opening bell. I'm going to check that on. We'll go over to CNBC at that point. Is there anything interesting other? Is CoinDesk doesn't even have an article for? Are we just so connected that we just saw this got announced 5 minutes ago? Like, where's the article? CoinDesk. Not that I really care. There was like some rumors recently about Polygon going down, but it was really just their nodes went out of sync. Their 3 nodes on their multi-sig. What Coinbase is, how to remains lower. Okay, yeah, this is, what do we got? Nothing. There's nothing. Nobody cares about any of this. Nobody cares about any of this. Interesting. Yeah, so Coinbase isn't quite doing what I was thinking it was going to do, but I guess that's okay, right? Let's see. Let's do this. Let's go back here. Is it weird when I get quiet? All right, let's go here. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Yeah, it's fine. Not really. This isn't ETH pump. There's no ETH pump. 0 ETH pump. 0 ETH pump. Ethereum is actually interesting, though. Not that I love it. Look, Coinbase is married to it, loves it, tongue kisses it frequently, even though it's married. There's like they love Ethereum, and it is like quite deflationary. It's getting more and more deflationary, which is exciting. I think it's like 33,000 ETH have been burned this year or whatever. So that's cool. But yeah, no big ETH pump. I think that everybody's kind of like, okay, Coinbase, is this going to be like your NFT marketplace that has, I think, 3 ETH volume in the last week? So people might be a little like, okay, all right. But optimism, I guess, is pumping. I think everyone's kind of talking about a new DeFi with the new CEO. I want that. I met her. Yeah, Juan, we absolutely can. And you should talk to Stacey Warden and make sure that she gives clearance for Deidre to come on. I met Deidre at Decipher, and she was great, actually. A really impressive person. Wasn't she at Coinbase? I think she might have been at Coinbase Europe, right? Am I making that up? Does anybody know if I'm making that up? Or she could have just been, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that would be a good idea. No news, make something up. Let's go nuts. Come on. That's my whole thing. Would love to see an interview with the CMO. I'm definitely, yes, ETH pump. I would too. 3, 8. News may not have gotten out. Only 88,000 views. 3, 8, 91. No, it was Revolut. What are you guys talking about? I do not know what you guys are talking about. But that's okay. Do I always have to know what you guys are talking about? I had other things that I wanted to talk about today other than, okay. So we got the market, right? Oh, 6:30. There's a bell. Nobody cares. But let's go look at CNBC. I am interested to see what the GDP numbers are and the unemployment numbers are. So let's see what that is. Let's share the screen. Let's go over here. Look at me, guys. Like, how impressed are you with my navigation? How my navigation skills are getting? Like, this is so much more impressive than earlier in the week. Um, okay, okay. So the Nasdaq is basically taking all of its losses back. So we got that going for us. The Dow's up 100 points. Okay, Nvidia is up 13% on the bullish outlook on AI. Rolls-Royce up 23%. All of you, I know a lot of you are invested in Rolls-Royce, so congratulations on that. I know it's a big stonk. It could be actually. Okay, so I just said the word stonk. I am so sorry for that. Okay, and we still have the US 10-year going up to about 4%. That's kind of going up a little bit. I guess these numbers are coming. I saw 830. I always assume that's 530. But I imagine if the unemployment numbers came out, they would already be, they would be up here, because I know people are waiting for that. Because if unemployment's still low, the whole story that they tell you. Unemployment's low, then that's they need to tighten more. They need a recession. We need some sense of a recession to get inflation down to the 2% that they want. But is that going to happen is the big question. What is CZ? I'm actually curious. Okay, we've done this. We've looked at this. Let's stop sharing that. And then let's share a different thing here. Let's go to Bloomberg. Share this runny nose thing. It's really annoying. Okay, cool. We're here. Let's see what this is. Okay. U.S. housing market post 3.3 trillion drop, biggest since 2008. All right. Well, houses were quite expensive. Russian support for Putin's war in Ukraine is hardening. What does hardening mean? Does that mean it's getting more solidified, or it's getting worse? Man Group, Apple makes major strides on no-prick glucose tracker for its watch. Well, that's exciting for some of you. I'm sure that might be fun. Putin's war is going really well, according to Putin. Musk, Newsom announced Tesla, Palo Alto Engineering. Okay, so there's nothing. We got U.S. housing market. We got McKinsey plans to eliminate about 2,000 jobs. God, they're not giving me anything. Come on, like, make me get angry or something. Like, I need to give these people something this morning. Like, I gotta talk about something exciting. There's just nothing. The heck? Come on, folks. Spotify. Official overseeing Rogan podcast partnerships to exit. So are they going to start trying to censor Joe Rogan? Okay. Yeah, there's nothing. Sorry, guys. Okay. That's okay. I mean, there's nothing, but there's just, do we care about any of this? Not really. Let me see. I'm going to go back. What about Algorand? Is there anything cool? Hey, damn, crypto so bad. We talking stocks. No, we're always talking something. Dick. This is my friend David, Crypto for Change. We talked about him yesterday. Do you guys remember? Have you been paying attention to his Twitter and how interested he is in all these different cryptocurrencies? Hey, David, do you still believe in algo? Huh? What? Do you, David? No, it was Revolut. No, what are you talking about with no, it's Revolut. What? Oh, Revolut. Thank you. Revolut, not Coinbase. Well, so the market opened, it's pumping. ETH is not quite pumping on this news that it's going to be the gas for Coinbase's layer 2. And I've been more thinking about like the different sections that I can have. Yeah, you guys see me, right? Let's see. What was it? The other day, I was thinking about this the other day. I'd mentioned that, so much of trading is done by bots now, right? And AI, frankly, and you can't beat AI. You can't beat the bots, really. So that's why some of these metrics that are programmed into the algorithm, like, for example, Bitcoin's 200-week moving average. That is something that's clearly, programmed in these algorithms to respect. And so that's why you need to pay attention to some of these signals. And so I was like, I wonder what, like, in the stock market and in the crypto market, like, what is it that is actually, run by bots? And I'm not exactly 100% sure of the numbers, but 86% of the money moved in the crypto industry is done by bots. So you are fighting machines that are much smarter than you if you think you're smarter than what the chart is actually saying. If you're trying to go counter to what is happening or what the momentum is that you need these black swan events like FTX, or you need huge things. And obviously these bots are taught to take in information that is coming in. So like if if unemployment is like at record lows again today, when they come out with that, that obviously these machines are trained to understand that and see that and to trade it. But yeah, so 86% of all money moved is done by bots, and only 38% of crypto traders use bots. So that tells you that most of the money moving in crypto is done by institutions. And then in the stock market, it's something like 60 to 75% of overall trading volume is in and all over the world is done by bots. In the US, in Asia, in Europe. But for some reason in India, only about 40%. So we're all up against the machines and we don't even know it, folks. We're all up against the machines and we don't even know it. Hoping the 29th will be good news. Is it a leap year? Yeah, the 32nd of February or whatever. Sold it all. Burn. JT said to sell. JT, man. That guy says lots of things. I hear he got a job. Deidre came from Financial Super App. Oh, come on, guys. I love this. Revolut, where she served as a member of the group executive team. She helped grow to 25 million active users. I sold, he said, all in on HBAR. Okay, good luck. You and that pie face can enjoy. Sorry, that's rude. That's like just a looks insult on Lehman Baird. Send me an invite and I'll join the show. You want to come on? Let's do it. Okay. David's coming on. Hold on. Let's invite a guest. I need it. Today I need it. We're having Crypto for Change on, folks. Look at that. I'm going to your DMs right now. All right, cool. All right. So I just invited Crypto for Change to come on. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun to have him on. Something about HBAR's unsettling to me. It is too. He's already here. That was fast. Okay, hold on. Talk to him for a second. Okay, that's not.
got me like really tiny down here.
Yeah, this is good. I think that this is the way the format should be. Hold on. I'm going to be right back. Talk to everybody.
What's going on, everybody? I'm out here. I'm just repping some Mingo. Obviously, little guy sleeping. Saw the stream. I'm actually surprised. There's quite a few people here when we got John Woods over talking at Binance. I don't know how many of you guys have been paying attention to that conversation, but he's talking some good things. Hopefully, a lot of people are tuning in and checking out what, that conversation. John Woods also is going to be coming on our show, hopefully here soon. We're going to have John Woods and Jess, the new CMO, over on the next block. Not trying to hijack the ReCoop show, but it's going to be coming on.
All I hear is you plugging.
Right? Yeah, I took that 5 minutes to plug my entire show. So
okay, so you keep going, David. Let's. Do you prefer David or David? By the way, I'm sure it's David.
Right? David. It doesn't matter.
You don't care.
Yeah, okay, but you got like 20 people watching. They're not watching John Woods, so you're doing good.
20 people, you dick.
I can tell you, if we were doing a show and John Woods was talking and he wasn't on it, I mean, we wouldn't have anybody.
Well, they're all leaving. Ever since you came, they're all leaving. Look at this.
Damn it! Here I go. All right, I'm out.
No, don't go. I'm struggling this morning.
Yeah,
I know. I left for 2 minutes, Chris. He's like, so in 2 hours on the next block, we've got
right. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
no, it was kind of fun. We ended up scooping up someone last minute. AJ from Bit Boy Squad. He jumped in, talked with us yesterday, told us a few things he was excited about. Now, I think he was saying his top four were like, if I can remember correctly, obviously Algorand. I hope that's genuine. I've kind of wondered, since he's kind of jumped in the space, is he just like the extension of BitBoy in the Algorand scene to try to like rally around the community and get them excited. And then like there's other people underneath BitBoy that are doing like maybe H bar or Cardano and stuff. But he's bullish on Algorand, bullish on Cardano, I think. ICP is a big one that he was big on. I actually bought a little bit this past week, not a lot, like 50, like maybe a $50, $100, I don't know.
oh, you just bought a couple.
But I have been buying a few different things outside of Algorand, and I don't think it's because I'm like losing confidence. I just feel like it's like I've learned so much about Algorand, like that I feel like I know it. And I feel
Yeah.
like the main way for me to like actually do research and learn something is to throw like, I mean, probably stupid, but throw like $50, $100 into a project and then actually go use it. Like,
Yeah.
try to find a wallet that I can hook it up with, try to find a DeFi that maybe I can stake it in. I staked EWT, which is the Energy Web token, trying out their staking. What
What the
else?
hell is EWT? Never heard of
Energy
it.
Web token. I don't know. It's some type of, like web credit or like not web credits, like the shoot carbon credits, like a
Oh,
way for like if you're someone who produces, I guess, clean energy, it's a way for you to like transact on that network and move the carbon credits around quicker and stuff like
okay.
that. So I don't know, earn 6%. So I bought a little of that. Yeah, I've had some people on my followers tell me to look into LCX and Solo, so I bought a little bit of those. I got Solo staked. I actually bought my first XRP because I had to actually use their little decks. So it's kind of fun.
LCX. It's interesting that you mentioned LCX. That's like from a prior life on my YouTube channel. I actually, and his name is slipping my mind right now, but I actually interviewed him, the guy that's the head of LCX. Oh, come on, bro.
You
That's
probably know
bad.
way more about it than me then, because I just bought some like 2 days ago, so I haven't.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
haven't.
I haven't looked at it in a while, but I mean, that's an exchange over there in Europe. It's like, and they're fully regulated
Yeah,
in that region. What's that region called? But it's oh my
it's
God.
got the World Economic Forum behind them as well. It
Oh yeah.
seems like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Davos is, or
Yeah,
that
though
was.
they're very connected. They're like tokenizing diamonds and
Yeah,
gold
yeah,
too.
yeah,
They're doing that whole thing and trying to create a highly regulated exchange over there. So
yeah.
that, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, who told you about LCX? I mean, that's
I want to say it was the Hulk Algorand. I think he's pretty popular in the whole space. The guy that always says like, "Hey, brother."
oh yeah. I haven't. Is he still around, or maybe he
he
just like
He
stopped
kind
following
of
you?
is. I think he's maybe just dabbling in other projects, so maybe he's just engagement farming other stuff to, get things up. It's interesting though. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, the actual
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan he actually lives like right here in Clearwater, and I think it's every time is it the Rays? No, no, not the baseball team, hockey team. The Lightning. Every time the Lightning play, he has his bar back here in Clearwater, and every time they score, he buys the whole bar shots. So,
Really?
yeah, me and my wife said we're gonna have to go one time. We're not hockey fans, but I mean, I guess it'd be kind of cool. He also, though, I've heard from the waitresses because my wife does the lady's hair, who told us about it, and he's like, I think he does it because it gets the girls excited. He's probably a pervert, but it is what it is.
Well, hold on. I've worked in a bar, uh, and I have to say that getting the ladies excited isn't necessarily only because you're a pervert. Is
That's
because
true.
you're trying to keep the vibes high, and you're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
keep
yeah.
people from leaving and continuing to drink at your
Yeah.
spot.
I guess I should have said
But I think he actually is a pervert, by the way.
she said
Didn't he
he's
like
a little
sleep with his?
handsy. Yeah, yeah. He's a little
Oh, okay.
handsy with the drink. So,
Man,
yeah.
even in 2023, the Hulkster is still.
He's still going strong. I'm expecting a SmackDown versus Raw, run
That
it
is awesome.
back.
Does he actually there? Sorry, I don't need to
Yeah,
belabor.
yeah. Yeah, he
Oh, he's
lives he
actually.
lives
Oh,
there in Clearwater. So I don't know how often he travels, but yeah, he has his home here in Clearwater, and which is like 20 minutes, from where we live now because we moved closer to the beach. So,
cool, man. And are you excited? I see all these pictures that you're posting every morning of
oh
like good
yeah.
morning, like GM and like this beautiful like sunset or sunrise. And the
Yeah.
beach. Are you just right on the beach?
Oh yeah, we're right across the street. So we're the intercoastal. Like I can see the intercoastal waters out here off our balcony, but we're right across the street from the beach. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, we lived in downtown. It was fun in the downtown scene, but St. Petersburg is just blowing up, and you're about to. I mean, we haven't. We used to walk it down. I'm actually going to be going to meet a guy for lunch. I may walk down there and see. But Kathy Wood's new headquarters is going to be like 2 blocks away from where we used to live, and so the last time it was just all dirt. But I'm sure it's already getting built now. So like tons of new, condominiums and $1 million condos and apartments are getting built. So we kind of moved out just because it was like walking. Like you literally had to cross the street just to do detours, just because how
Mhm.
many buildings are being built. But it's this area is blowing up for just I guess business and young people are moving here, so it's fun. I mean, it's expensive as hell, but if you're in the right uh, you know career path and whatnot, you're making good money here. My wife makes great money, for doing what she does.
I was gonna say, thank God for you,
Yeah,
right?
she's got me home, right? I mean, Luca's sleeping. I'm just waiting for him to wake up. I love it though. It's so crazy because like we've been married like 5 years. We didn't think we were going to have kids this early. It's funny because we had a home in Kentucky, 24 and square foot, perfect, 3 bedroom, the whole shebang, right?
Yeah,
And ready for a kid. Didn't have a kid. We moved to a studio apartment, 6 months, get pregnant. Just love that. So
yeah.
obviously now we're in a 2 bedroom, but it's just crazy, how everything kind of happened with getting here and whatnot. But no, I was terrified of like how I would be as a dad, but I feel like being stay at home and like it kind of just being like all on me for so much of the day, it's helped me
Mhm.
so much. So I'm excited. Love my little
Helped
man.
helped you in the sense of, like, you're, like, kind of forced into the
Yeah,
role, and it's just like, "Oh,
exactly.
wait a second, I got this,"
Yeah,
type of
because it comes natural or easier to my wife to just be calm and whatnot. I wasn't raised in a, not my hat's all like jacked up. I
Mhm.
wasn't raised in like a super calm upbringing. Like, my dad was always like 0 to 100. He's mellowed out like crazy now, but like it was always like arguing and stuff like that. So like that is what my brothers did, and I was always fearful. I think that's why I didn't want kids. I was like, I don't want to be like that.
Mm.
But being stay at home and whatnot, it's really helped me. So I love it.
That's nice to hear, man. I mean, it sounds like we had a similar, dynamic in our household growing up.
Yeah.
Ryan Ryan, McDonald USA says David is on a day 674 of trying to get, Kathy Woods.
Right? Yeah,
Have
I
you
don't.
have you stopped? Did you ditch this?
Yeah, I had to. Well, I ditched it when I was doing good for like I don't even know. It was probably like I want to say at least like 60 or something days, like maybe 70. And then it was when what was it? Was it when my son was born? I think it was. Like obviously, like I was, my wife was in labor for 24 hours. Sorry guys, I
Yeah.
didn't get my tweet out, but I don't think she was paying attention anyways. No, and it was weird. I thought I was making some headway on that
Oh,
when
you did?
one of the people in her focus group for her investments and stuff like followed me and sent me a DM, but it kind of just still fell to nothing. So I feel like my best
Oh,
chance would be to like there's a coffee shop apparently that she frequents, and obviously I know once her building's built, it's probably going to be even more common because there's going to be tons of stuff that gets built around that.
yeah.
That would be my best chance, but. I don't know. We've had some pretty cool guests. John Woods, someone was saying, working on Algorand integration with MetaMask. Yeah, that's true too. But
That is true. Yeah, we've that Mr. Woody, we do know that, and that's exciting that he's announcing that I guess on Binance
yeah, he's still
because he
talking.
has
I
he's
have
oh
him on
is
my
he
phone. Yeah.
is he? Yeah,
I'm
cool,
not
cool.
listening to it. I don't have the audio up, but he's still, he's obviously been going. It looks like they're going through zero knowledge proofs now. He's been breaking down like everything as far as like Algorand's tech. So hopefully
Um,
that gets a lot of eyes and ears to pay
I know
attention.
I would love that, and I want to know what Chris is talking about. So we're gonna hopefully wait for the follow up to it's been in the works for a while and not what we think.
Uh oh.
So does that not mean we're going to be able to go to our MetaMask wallet and select Algorand Layer 1 as one of the chains that we can use MetaMask, Chris? Is that not what that means? I hope that's
I feel like it's just like I mean, let's be honest. Most things that's like so far at least outside of just the he says bingo, but outside of just the like the tech, the Algorand Inc. upgrading the tech, like obviously it was late, right? The upgrade to 6K and the finality dropping a little bit, like it was longer than expected. But so many of the partnerships and things that we've been excited for that are kind of like integrations and like bridging and stuff have just kind of fell flat. I mean, even state proofs, we were all looking forward to that, and it kind of got implemented, but now it's like what's actually who's going to use it, like when are we going to see it? Bridges are still, I guess, the main thing instead of using the state proof tech and whatnot. And obviously Chris probably knows more about that than either of us on maybe why it's harder. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that's also why I've kind of just been trying other chains and trying different things out.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, like, and in a serious way, and a not teasing you way. So,
Yeah.
so let's just this outside of, let's say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Algorand. What is your highest conviction outside of those
Mm.
three?
Are we talking like layer ones or just anything?
Anything. I mean, just something that you bought maybe recently, or you maybe it was more than a $50 buy that you bought because you're like, okay, I'll go in here, I'll check out the community. I think that this might work. Is that Hedera, or did you
Oh
go?
no, no,
No,
that was a
that was
joke.
a joke. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was honestly, I was talking to my wife about like how I feel like H bar is or Google. Like one day, I feel like like my kid. I don't think he's gonna be googling stuff one day. Like I know everybody's like so big on H bar because oh my god, Google's on the governing council, Boeing and T-Mobile and all these companies. But I'm like,
Yeah,
what if we're not? What if our kids aren't googling stuff? Like, what if it's just AI, like different stuff, like that we don't use, and we think, we're telling them one day, oh, I remember back when I had to just Google search and watch a YouTube video. Now you can just tell Chat GTP to do it for you, right? So,
yeah.
like, I don't put that much emphasis on Google being on their
Well, and then
governing council.
I'll just interject on that point real quick. And like I've said before, I haven't really looked into Hedera for a while, but I did for a second. And, a lot of those Google, IBM, all of that, Boeing, all on their governing council is essentially like, hey, say that you're on our governing council
Yeah.
and we'll give you a bunch of tokens.
Exactly. And it's like honestly, I feel like taking a step back. Like Algorand is years above them as far as like what it's actually doing. So like why would you like yes, I get it, the price appreciation. Maybe it's a better like buy for the token if you're trying to just, 10x or whatever you're holding, but it's kind of already had that run. But I feel like Algorand is positioned in a good spot to make a run. But to
Yeah.
get back to your question, what am I excited about outside of Algorand? Um, in the top 50, I'll limit it to that, and then I'll maybe throw
That's a
in
good
one
idea.
that's outside top 50. So in the
Cool.
top 50, I'm pretty sure it's in the top 50, but it's Quant, and I've done
Right
most of
behind
the
Algorand.
research. Yeah, I've done a lot of research on that one,
Right.
and I feel like it just seems well connected. Over in Europe and even on ETH, right? It's built on ETH, but it seems like it could really be built on any chain layer one. So even if say Algorand were to one day flip the likes of Ethereum. Maybe it would be harder because it's AVM versus EVM, but it seems like it would still live, and it could be something that could be used on any, whether it's Cosmos that ends up making the big run or something else. Doesn't Quant need participation? Don't know exactly of the
Of the
chains.
states. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
and I don't, yeah, see,
it's kind of a movement of being able to, I guess, move all the value between chains. But I feel like it's also more of a like they're tackling like not so much retail, but they're trying to tackle, I guess, more enterprise type stuff, which I would say Algorand is trying to do as well. But out in the top 50, I would say Quant is probably one of the ones that I would like to buy. Um, Also, a dark horse, I still feel like is XMR. I don't hold as much as I'd want to, but I just feel like that's something that as long as it like doesn't get squashed out by some crazy regulation. Like it's what Bitcoin was supposed to be, right? Peer
yeah.
to peer movement of money without having to worry about censorship and being able to limit transactions and stop you and track you and all that stuff. I mean, I don't use it for those purposes. But those are kind of the two in the top 50.
You're like, I don't use it for any of that, but speculatively, I think that this could be very important in our future. And that makes sense. I mean, it's like you
Yeah.
don't need to be using it for that right now
Yeah.
to speculate that our future might be a more censored world. And they can't, I don't think that they can take away access, but if you have your XMR on your ledger, they're not going to be able to take that away from you, I don't think.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I guess all of this is like, can the U.S. government break these things?
Yeah.
I've had
And it's
people
been
that
so
have
long with XMR
clearance.
that hasn't had, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, the IRS or the government's had, like, a bounty, and a big bounty to, like, crack, XMR for a long time, and it hasn't happened, so
Well, that's exciting. I like to hear that.
yeah.
And have you heard about? I mean, have you heard about this Coinbase thing? Have you
I
been?
saw the blue dot yesterday when we were doing our live show, and
Oh,
they said
oh.
223. What is it? Do we know?
Okay, yes, a layer two.
Okay.
It's called Base. It's
Hmm,
Coinbase is having their own layer two, I guess, with the help of Optimism. And there's going to be
okay.
no native token. So I think this is pretty bullish. I mean, I'm going to check real quick. We'll share my screen just to see if ETH is pumping, because ETH will be the gas token for Coinbase's layer two.
Hmm.
So that's
Surprise.
yeah, surprise. Exactly. That's what I said earlier. Surprise, surprise. And that just
Wait,
makes
so
you.
it's gonna be the gas, so fees.
Yeah, so and you know how like Optimism has their own token, Arbitrum has their
Yeah,
own
yeah, yeah.
token, and all that stuff. I mean, I think that's actually kind of some of that's new, but um, so yeah, instead of Coinbase, they're like important. We're not creating our own token, and which is obviously for
We're
a
j
couple of reasons, but it's important for the SEC. I'm sure the
Yeah,
SEC would be awful timing for them to come out and be like, "Hey, we have an exchange token or
right.
whatever." But so there's no one token. They're going to use ETH for gas. So
Hmm.
if I don't know what the decentralization, I mean, they mentioned open source. I don't know if there's any decentralization to their Coinbase layer two. This is obviously going to give institutions a more direct in entry into
But the
DeFi.
chain it's using is what, say it again?
So it's called Base. And so it's a layer two on Ethereum, of course,
Yeah.
and they're going to use Ethereum as a gas.
Hmm.
I'm, I'm
I wonder if this layer 2 and whatnot, if it's gonna be what's the whole purpose behind it? Like, what's the goal?
like basic.
Yeah.
more like more like what we already have
Like, I mean,
Coinbase.
I have Coinbase, right? I have Coinbase Wallet, and I can trade, and I can store it. Like, what do I need Coinbase Base for?
Well, this is going to be like what you would do. All of the Ethereum things that have been having a hard time building. That we can't seem to get over on the Algorand DeFi. We're
Yeah,
going to have. There's going to be all those different dexes, all those opportunities, those farming, all the things they're going to easily be able to build on Coinbase's layer two and give access to big money. And then if the big money flows into the base chain, then that's going to be interesting.
yeah,
I mean, look, I mean, there's definitely reasons to be pessimistic,
yeah,
but my first instinct is like, okay, there's going to be a lot of money that's going to want to take advantage of that.
yeah,
And for them to move forward with their own layer two in DeFi, it does seem that they're making a statement that maybe DeFi and is going to survive, or it's going to create this weird precedent that you're going to have to KYC in order to enter DeFi. And
yeah. Which, yeah, kind of do like a hybrid, decentralized, centralized. Just because regulation and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll definitely be interesting. I mean,
yeah,
Coinbase is obviously the biggest mover in the states as far as like getting people to try crypto, experiment with it, learn with it. It's kind of interesting though that like some of these other ones like Kraken and stuff have been hit so hard with their like earning, learn and earn, or staking and earn, when like Coinbase has been doing that all along. Like, and
yeah,
and obviously I guess they are regulated in a way and they've done everything. And a lot of these other ones say it's harder to find and they're not able to. But I don't know. I like Coinbase. Obviously, I use it. That's where I buy. I bought my LCX there just recently. I buy my algo normally there, and then I send it to my wallet.
hmm
But it who knows?
yeah. Who knows? I
Anything
mean,
at this point is bullish for the space because I don't know. I was seeing a lot on Twitter today about some guy in the big guy in the banking system said that fiat has just won the battle
yeah,
against crypto.
I saw
I
that too.
saw a lot of people say though that, well, you can win the battle, but we're still going to win the war. And I hope
That's
that's true
right.
too.
I hope so too. I hope so too. I'm interested to see where all this heads. I was going to ask you one more thing before we sign off, and what was it? I asked you about Coinbase. Oh, I want to say thanks for tuning in, Brandon, and enjoy your work call. Right, I'm glad you're enjoying these shows. Uh, well, what else before we sign off? We have a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we need to talk about? Any unresolved tension between you and I?
There's no tension. I mean, look,
I'm kidding.
you're on the coast. You got the ocean right there, probably somewhat close to you. You're vibing. I'm here at the beach. I'm vibing.
All right.
It's,
How
you know,
can we have how
we
can we
gotta have the
possibly
fake tension, right? The
That's
tension
right.
that everybody else thinks we have.
I know this is the thing, right? I've had even people come up to me and be like, "Hey, let's start a fake war."
Right, yeah, yeah.
Well, the problem with me in a fake war is that I have a history of like well, like we talked about our childhoods, right?
Yeah,
So that not all of that disappears.
yeah.
There's a volatility that exists, and so when I get into those kind of fantasy football
Mhm.
shit talking sessions, or when it's like a group of guys that are like kind of taking each other down, like I'm one of those guys that really skips to going for the throat.
Yeah.
Like, I take it too far quick.
Yeah, well, and you're a comedian, so you have that ability to, like, I feel like kinda, like, maybe ease it in, and they don't even know, and then they realize, like, "Oh, he's talking shit about me."
He's like, wait a second, that was really mean. Yeah, there's the easing moment, and then there's the blow, and then I'm realizing, well, if people don't know this is fake, then I'm gonna look like a total jerk.
Right,
so,
right.
so
That's why I
anyway,
always you always gotta put, like, a winky face or something. People on Twitter will jump on you quick. But no, I love your morning show. It's right when I wake up. Heck, it's right when my little guy normally goes to nap, so feel free to send me an invite anytime you wanna have a guest join on.
hell
I'm
yeah.
normally
Well,
normally not doing anything during this time.
yeah, cool, man. I mean, I'm glad that you came in here. This is day 4. If you miss, I've done this every day this week,
Yeah,
and the whole idea this week has been like, okay, look, if I can talk about doing this, or I can just press record and try to figure it out. So
yeah.
that's what I'm doing. It's a totally different thing than what I've been doing with my show, where it's edited and I'm
Yeah.
preparing and
I
all of
feel
that.
like it's yeah, I feel like it's tough, it's tough starting out something like that, but I feel like the way it is with the algorithms and just getting, to getting these things to move is you have to just the more the better. Like that's the way I feel like it is. Like, isn't it just some people maybe not be able to tune in one day, right? But
Yeah,
it's think about our show, like right, we do it every Wednesday at 1. Like, how many people can't like do we lose out on because we do it so rigorously on the same schedule, and once a week. Whereas like every day you're out here, throw in some guests or just
yeah.
talk random stuff, and it'll catch on. I'm excited about it. So
Awesome, man. Yeah, it's interesting. What I'm trying to figure out is that I'm airing on YouTube and Twitter, right? And
mhm.
so
How are you doing
I'm
it through Twitter? Just question. Is it through
Restream.
Periscope? Restream. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
I guess that's true. It can do that.
Now the issue with what this is, though, is that I think most people are actually watching this on Twitter, and
Yeah,
so if when people slide through on YouTube and they see, okay, there's only a handful of people watching this,
yeah,
or if you go to my page and you're like, oh, only this amount of people watch it, but really the most of the audience is just watching me on Twitter, probably
yeah.
rather casually. So it's I don't know. I need to figure out. This has all been practice. Every day has been the same thumbnail. Like obviously, there's
Yeah, I
things
was
that I
gonna say
need to
the only
do.
way you're gonna get the randos from YouTube is like the backdrop you got. I love it, but it's gonna have to have like shib and like blur, and your face has to be like
Okay,
this on every thumbnail. Like that's the only way you get people nowadays, it seems. And tell them 10,000x. Like skip the 100x, 10x. It's weak sauce. It's only 10,000 x's.
I mean, Adam Bergman, I feel like has figured that out, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's so funny. I was so excited to meet him in Dubai. I literally saw him the day I lost my voice, the first day of it, and he was like walking around with his stick, recording, and and that's all I saw. And then he's
Yeah.
gone
Well,
from Dubai and out of the Al Grand community. Engaged farmed his way in and engaged farmed his way right out.
well,
What about
no, he's been. Did you see, by the way? And I commented on it. I may have even deleted my comment, but did you see that? I'm sorry that we're talking about Adam Bergman now,
no,
but
it's fine.
I just thought it was funny because I think it was the Wolf of All Streets podcast that Stacy did, and then
Yeah.
he like clipped it up a little bit, and he kept on doing these really weird ultra zooms on her face that
Oh
were
gosh. No, I
not.
didn't see it.
And I just remember watching that, being like, "Wow, if I were Stacy, I would be like, you are doing me no favors with these extra
Yeah,
close
yeah.
ups." I
I
don't know what.
I watched a little bit of that, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow him anymore. I think I've had him muted for, like, probably 6 months. So
Okay, you're over it.
if we're starting beef, like, have
That
him say something.
you're more comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like, look, I'm not interested in beefing with you, but
yeah,
there
but we
are
can
options.
join and we can talk shit about him for sure. Yeah. But
That's good, man.
as
Yeah,
as
so
we get
Ryan
out,
said
what are you excited about in the Algorand? I was just about to think, I saw, the Algorillas did their NFT drop,
yeah,
Harambes and whatnot, and we got the Long Boys.
Harambee.
Hopefully
Is that how you're saying that? It's gotta be,
Harambes,
Haramboy, right? I would
Haramboys,
say
probably. I was thinking the actual ape, but yeah, it's probably something way cooler than what I say it.
oh, you're probably saying it right, and I live in a fantasy. Sometimes I just pronounce things the way I want them to be pronounced. It
It's no,
depends.
it's probably boys.
Do you say vestige or vestige?
What's that? No, I'm kidding.
Oh. You're like, what you're like, "What's"
All right,
you
can
know
we be real though? Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk real Algorand. Like there is not that much to get excited for as far as like things I feel like that are being built, like that are getting noticed. Like when is Algorand getting like this blur thing? I didn't no fucking clue about it, and then all of a sudden everybody's talking about it. Boom, it's blowing up and it's moving everything. When is Algorand going to have something like that? I thought the Long Boys was going to be it, and then it seems like it's kind of fizzled out. Like some of the team, like the main guy kind of like left and he's out and whatnot. But I don't know. I'm on vestige, however you want to say it. But
They've been correcting me saying I'm supposed to say vestige,
yeah,
and I don't know if they're trolling me just to watch me just creating obstacles, because they know that my brain
probably.
is broken and I will just, like, constantly struggle with that. But, so go
Yeah.
ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, it's every time I get on there though, I see a lot of the ASAs and I DFly is still one thing I think is pretty cool, but excited for when we get something. And I say all of them are bad. I mean, hell, there's been some of the even shit coins and stuff on Algorand that have done well if you bought them, 6, 8 months ago or so. You've actually done pretty well. But I'm waiting for something to actually be built that is exciting. I thought C3 protocol, that thing's coming back. I mean, Love Chain, like I don't know, maybe the bull market is kind of coming back. Some of these projects that like we're gonna build right at the start, I guess you could say, the bear market that kind of stopped are starting to come back and say they're launching on mainnet. So maybe they know something we don't know.
Well, C3 protocol, I don't know, I even know what Love Chain is, but C3 protocol is, I don't think they went anywhere. I think for a while they were waiting for state proofs.
Yeah.
And I think that there are still some obstacles with state proofs and fully implementing that and to do what they want to do. So, and this is not confirmed but I believe that they're using wormhole
Yeah.
for C3 protocol. That I believe, and they've got a bunch of exciting backing too. So there's some real backing, like Jump and all these people are backing
Yeah.
C3
That's why I
protocol.
was excited about it. I mean, heck,
Yeah.
when they first launched, I was like, "Holy cow, this is going to be something that really attracts liquidity, gets people excited, because it's got to be fast." I was actually talking to somebody about that, just about how the currents, like 3 seconds finality is amazing, right? But like as far as trading goes, like traders, you were talking about bots, right? Are leading this space. Like they're the
Yeah.
ones that are trading and whatnot. These bots, and I even knew a friend back when we lived at our last apartment complex. They built a bot that was trading. It was stocks. It wasn't crypto, but it was trading stocks, and it had a like 70% success rate on like actually trading in the positive. Like 70% of their trades were winning trades. But the way they built them, these things had to be like fast. Like you have to, it's milliseconds, right? And it's
Oh
like
yeah.
that's what Algorand needs. I feel like to really, if it's ever gonna flip ETH and like become the next thing, is it can't just keep building the same things that ETH's building, but have algo in the name and claim 3 seconds of finality. Like people don't care about that. They care about they want to be a great user interface, and they want to be able to do everything so fast, like Solana, right? Or I don't even know. I never used Solana, but they always touted that that it was so fast. But obviously, we always argued finality. But it's got to be so fast that like it's just amazing. And even like marketplaces, right? You shouldn't have to sign transactions every single time you do something. Like I think of Fractal Monsters, the game that was built. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool how when you start up the game, I don't know if you realize it, but you have to hit like authenticate session, something like that, where then all the actions you do in the game are then like you don't have to sign for them. Like when I click an apple and it goes into my wallet, it's there, but I didn't have to sign the transaction. I already did that when I hit authenticate session. That
Mhm.
kind of stuff, like that small interface, like is 10 times better. Imagine if every time you did something in the game, you had to sign a transaction. That game would be dead in the water already.
Yeah.
But that's what needs to happen, in my opinion, in this next bull market. And whichever layer one accomplishes it is going to win, or well, is going to be the big shot in the next one, like the Solana.
Yeah, well, and that's what we're all hoping for, right? Is like shouldn't can't Algorand be the next Solana? And
Yeah,
or is Solana going to remain the same? I mean, if you read what Coinbase just posted their thread about their new thing, they mentioned only one layer one that their layer two will connect to, and it was Solana. I
yeah,
mean, they mentioned they'll do a bunch, but they like Solana. So
yeah,
that's still the one pushed. It's just hard because a lot of people made a lot of money on
yeah.
Solana,
And
and
that's the thing. It's all these other tokens, Cardano, Solana, like you name it. Literally go through the top 25, look at the chart, and scroll down on Coin Market Cap to the right and say from all time low, what is the ROI? Like what
oh
multiplier, and most of them are 100% to 3,000% still up, even in the midst of this bear market. Like if you were early, and it doesn't
yeah.
matter if you were early, unless you were super early on Algorand and got like the 3 cents, uh, you know, pre-seeding and stuff. Like those are the only people who could still sell and be in profit. I think it was around 3 cents, 3 or 5 cents maybe. But like if you were bought in on the launch and didn't do the buybacks or whatever and anything, I mean, you're down.
Um, I didn't actually know this, Ryan, that Agash was an original VC on Algorand. I mean, I knew obviously his Zest Capital obviously bought Rand and NFT Explorer, but I didn't know he was an original investor. That's cool. And then we have things to be excited about. All you have is now suggests Napster. What are you thinking about Napster, David?
I wish I would have been on that panel, not really to ask questions because I feel like I'm somewhat out of the loop on Napster, but just to hear him. I need to go back and actually watch it more.
Yeah, we have that
But
available for you to. You didn't need to be actually on the screen to hear what we talked about.
That's true. That's true. I had. I'm gonna plead the Luca. He was probably doing something keeping me busy, but
I like
um,
Luca. That's a cool name.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Napster's. It's kind of like LimeWire. I feel like it's nostalgia for a lot of people still, but like yet again, I would say this for any project building on Algorand, user experience, speed, like has to be priority. Like if it's not fast, and I mean like Chris said, nanoseconds. If it is not so fast, like I remember downloading stuff on LimeWire. Like, yeah, hit download. Hope your computer doesn't get a virus. Come back in 30 minutes, and you find out that the song is actually Coop who recorded it in his basement, even though he listed it under that name, right?
I remember that. Oh man, that was frustrating back in the day for sure.
Exactly. So the user interface had, experience interface, everything has to be so fun. And then also, like, I'll say this about Algorand. We need some people who drive hype. I mean, we were actually talking to AJ in our show yesterday
He's
because
trying.
he was saying that Algorand needs a celebrity. It needs someone to be like, hey, I'm down with Algo. I'm going to mint an NFT on it or do something. And I
Little Dirk,
agree with
man.
that.
We got Little Dirk in Jeff Malky's shoes.
I mean, I don't even know who that is. What are we talking about here?
Come on.
I mean, I'm not.
I
I'm
don't.
not
I don't know. I don't know who Little Dirk is. I know. See, Chris says we have me, right?
exactly.
I played George Lucas in a movie like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
12,
and
12 years
I
ago.
love the fact that like the Algorand community is so like homegrown in a way, and like we kind of laugh at the mainstream YouTubers when they start talking about it, like because we've been here, and stuff like that. But like Algorand really does need the mainstream to talk about it. That's why I like BitBoy and the fact that AJ, who is the guy, the writer for BitBoy, is actually big in on Algorand and in the ecosystem. Now, yeah, I know they like other stuff, but like whether you hate BitBoy, love BitBoy, or whatever, millions of people watch him.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need millions of people seeing Algorand, getting excited. I remember one of the first videos he did on Algorand got me to, outside of the Silvio interview with Lex Friedman, but it was where he was talking about AMP and Algorand are going to partner with Amazon, right? That
Oh yeah, that
thumbnail.
was a big pump.
Exactly. Stuff like that. And the thing is, the fact that even having AJ on the show yesterday, him talking about Algorand is the one that they believe is their big hold for the next run, whether they're actually holding it or not. I know this, they're going to pump it. They're going to get a lot of people interested in it
Well,
and
they're
a
not going
lot
to
of
pump
people
it
to
unless
buy
they're
it.
holding it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
And so
mean,
and it was one of their top four. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be not caught holding Algo when that run happens. But
I
we just got to wait for it.
and you kind of said it like we've obviously all been witnessing this AJ and BitBoy's kind of entry into algo, and you see like the mythology behind like AJ's Algorand's number one influencer and stuff like
Mhm.
that, like and that guy Prim kind of try to take that angle as well.
Yeah.
And so you see what they're trying to do. I think the Algorand community is interesting. We're a very skeptical group. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And we're not
Rightfully so.
and it's good, and
Yeah.
it's a credit to the community. But
Yeah.
we're very just hesitant to just kind of go along, and I have a feeling that AJ and BitBoy are kind of like, man, I thought it was going to be easier to get all these dudes behind us. I mean, he's connected to BitBoy. That should be
Right.
pumping our bags. He's out there working active. Algo's my darling.
Yeah.
Blah,
I
blah,
think it's
blah,
just
blah.
I think it's just a bear market is what's kind of slowing that down. Come the bull market, I think, you're gonna, especially if like most of the videos, because last bull market, maybe 1 out of every 10 videos BitBoy did, he mentioned Algo. I do think this next run he's gonna mention Algo, stuff like ICP, Near, Cardano. I think they're going to get mentioned more, and I think you're going to see a lot more buzz. And there's still going to be crap coins. Doge is still going to be talked about, SHIB, and who knows what else. But I do think Algo will have that a good pump. It's funny. Chris says, make sure you take the profits. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I will say, the one thing, being a crypto investor, I took, it's weird because like I invested in stocks before crypto, and like I knew like to take profits. Like I don't know why, like I guess just because crypto was so new and it just felt like, oh my gosh, like this actually could change a lot, that I actually wanted to hold on to it more. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to take profits next time. Like, oh
Your
man.
wife, your wife with that good job is like, all right, yeah, next time take some profits and
Yeah, she's like,
let's
maybe we wouldn't be
elevate,
driving
let's
that
elevate the
2005 Toyota
situation.
Prius. Maybe we'd have a 2009. Shit.
All right. Well, hey, Crypto for Change, everybody, you should go over to everybody that's watching knows you. I'm not even going to do it.
Yeah.
But if you guys if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you like the video, share it, comment, do all the things. I really appreciate all of you that are kind of sticking with me as I figure this all out. And I really appreciate you popping in. It was fun to chat, man.
Yeah, for sure. Send me an invite anytime you want to have some, an extra voice on the show. And as long as Luke is down for a nap, I'd love to join, talk whatever's going on with you.
And by the way, all you have is now one. World Cup was a real missed opportunity. Yes, that's the answer is yes.
But it's not done. It's not
No,
done, right? There's
no,
more World Cups. There's more opportunity.
there's
You
more, and
gotta,
there is also the Women's World Cup that I
yeah,
know that I think the sponsorship is. If I don't know if there's still a sponsorship there, but initially that was going to be the big sponsorship.
yeah.
So and then
Quit laughing,
and
Chris. Watching the chat over
Chris,
here.
Chris is in,
Chris, you're gonna be so surprised when you see Algorand's logo in the middle of that pitch. That's all I'm gonna say right there. You're gonna be so surprised. I've been talking to him. It's happening.
it's happening. But I mean, it will be cool if it still is still chugging along and the World Cup's in North America. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, hey, who knows where crypto is gonna be in 2026? Like, who knows?
Are you guys? I remember you were calling for 12 cents, 9 cents. You were calling for a lot of low. You were thinking I think your buddy JT got in your head. Um, but are you still, I mean, look, clearly they're trying to make us feel like a crypto bull run is on the
Yeah.
horizon. I personally am skeptical of that. I feel like there's some shenanigans going on,
Yeah.
and but I don't know. And I'm starting to lose that conviction, and I'm starting to be like, okay, am I doing that thing where I am stuck in my ways? You got to be flexible.
Right.
But what are your thoughts on that?
Completely honest, I think Algorand's going to touch 21 cents, 22 cents. I am trying, like JT is so freaking good. Like I talk to him like more like behind the scenes and stuff. Like he's actually really good at he's gotten really good at taking his emotions out of it. I suck. Oh my God, I suck at taking my emotions out still, just because of how much I actually want to see Algorand succeed. I mean, if you go back and watch my very first YouTube video, why I'm actually bullish on crypto, like you actually see a little bit of my heart and like why I actually want to see it succeed. I think similar to stuff, guys like Chris, like who actually don't just care about the money. You actually care about benefiting people and wanting to see the world, be a better place.
Wait,
So,
you're talking about Chris Swenner?
yeah. I feel like he's a
You feel like
genuine.
he doesn't care. Chris, do you not care about money?
He cares about money. He cares about money.
I'm teasing.
But yeah. But I'm trying my hardest to take my emotions out. So I actually sold like 10,000 algo yesterday. at 27, 28 cents. I don't know, right around there. I do think Algorand's going to touch back down to around the 21 cents area for support
Yeah.
before, and I think Bitcoin's going to come back down maybe to 19, 21K here in the next coming weeks, unless something crazy happens and it just rips and we go. But it's one transaction at a time. Exactly. I gotta start. Like, I'm not going to take profits in the bull at the top if I don't get my emotions under check now and actually see it for what it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's easy just to sit back and say, you know what, I'm just going to wait to 2026 and sell, whatever gains. But like, there is money to be made now, and so like
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at. And so like, I definitely think the bear market's not done. I'm not saying the rally right now that we're on is not done.
Yeah.
I think we could test back somewhere and see a run to 50 cents for Alco, or maybe 75 cents, or even a dollar maybe. But
You think
do
we
not
get up
be
to a dollar before 20 cents? Are you
I
thinking we
mean,
could?
look at the past run, right? When after the first washout kind of Algorand falling down to 10 cents or whatever it was, right?
Mhm.
It had like, a couple runs, but each of those runs led to almost a 50, 60% correction on the other side. So
Yeah.
and we're already up 100% from like 16 cents pretty much almost. I mean, we hit 30, it's pretty close. But if we saw a flash pump up to 50 cents or something crazy, yeah, sell that shit. Like, it's coming back down.
Well, yeah, obviously, since you just sold 10,000 at 27, 28. And I do agree with you. I'm pretty convinced that Bitcoin is not done testing
No.
20,000
Yeah.
or 21,000, whatever
Yeah,
you
the
said.
volume is low. Everybody's on edge. I would just say, not saying sell it all. Have your moon bag. Don't touch it. But then maybe have a trading bag. Have something where when it gets overbought, or when everything's just kind of sitting, like, I mean, geez, Bitcoin hit 25K 3 times, couldn't bust above it. Algorand's hit 30 cents like 3 or 4 times, can't get above it. Like, that's a sign. That's resistance. We're probably going to go back down. So take your emotions out of it. Sell some, buy lower, rinse and repeat.
And then on the flip side of that, though, if Bitcoin does break that resistance, it will fly. It will
And
be
that's when you buy, right? It's
it'll
so like,
be
it's so dumb that
it'll
we
be
don't
immediate.
think of it that.
I know. Well, that's so hard because you only want to buy low, but there
Yeah.
are some things like if you know that if Bitcoin gets over 25, um, at like 25, if Bitcoin like breaks 25, like I think John actually Mazzoni was saying 25,200.
Yeah.
And if that gets above there and stays above there for a couple of, whatever, for some period of time, 27 is almost guaranteed. And then it's going to
Yeah.
try to get up to 30.
But I'm
But
saying we're not seeing new all-time highs. So it's like,
no, no,
so don't
no,
get
we're not.
sucked into it.
Well, and then
It's
this
like
is the last
Opulus.
thing.
Everybody telling me I should be buying Opulus. And I'm not even saying, maybe you should be buying Opulus, but you should have been buying it at what, 3 cents?
Yeah.
Like, it's 20 something cents now. Right now, you don't buy it. You wait. You see what it's going to do over the next 4 weeks after it's had a 600% run.
Yeah.
That's the things. And it's the things that I'm learning more as well and trying to get better at. But it is hard to take emotion out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Ryan, we should collab more often. We've
I know.
talked about it.
I enjoy it, man. I've always enjoyed it. You're my you're one of my favorites of the next block.
Yeah, there we
One
go.
of.
I mean, I got the best picture of your life, you and Silvio,
Oh man, that was good. That was a good
and
picture.
you and John.
I
You
need to
got
show that
blackmailing
picture more.
John forever.
Oh yeah, no, that was hilarious. Well, then he just started kissing everybody to
Yeah,
make it
it's
less
true.
special. And see, he didn't want me to feel so special. All right, I gotta go. I gotta
Yeah,
run.
yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, I appreciate it, and I'm definitely gonna reach out. This is fun. I think we should do this more often.
For sure, for sure. Hey, thanks for having me on. See everybody.
Yeah.
Love Coop. Love the ReCoop. Everybody have a great week.
And everybody subscribe to the Crypto for Change. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, buddy.
See you,
See you,
man.
man. All right. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern.